Now that we have our character imported from Mixamo, we want to apply the two animations that we also downloaded. So on our character, you'll notice something that might seem familiar from a couple lessons ago, which is the animator that is on there, but notice that there is no animator controller. So I'm going to go into the animations folder and I'm going to right click and say create animator controller, and we'll call this zombie controller. And then I'm going to, once I've made it, I'm going to just apply it onto my character here. And I'm also going to open up the animation animator window here. And so with my zombie selected, this is the zombie controller here. And so what I want to do is just drag and drop in the standing animation, and this will be the default. So without any changes, pretty much I can click this. You know, if you click on the animation itself and you look at the animation tab here, you can look and see, okay, am I looping? Yes, I can check my loop box, and then click apply. So what I can do is, so now without any code at all, we should be able to hit play, and it should be animating. Maybe we want to zoom out our main camera just a little bit. It's a little hard to tell. Okay, there we go. So if we hit play, we should see, oh, there might be an error here. Oh, with our animation type, we want to set it to humanoid. And then just double checking. Yep. Okay. There we go. So very, very important to, when you are importing in these files, on all of them, always go in and on the rig tab, set the animation type to humanoid or it will not work. So we have a kind of jolly standing zombie here. I'm just going to go ahead and on the talking animation, change that one setting to humanoid, click apply. And then back in the animator controller, I'm going to drag in the talking animation, and we can set up our transitions. So now we are allowed to kind of go back and forth between the two animations, and then I just want to create a parameter to define when we'll do this. So maybe I'll set a boolean, and it's like is talking or not. So we'll say that in order to go from standing to talking, you can say that is talking is true, and then on the way back we'll set the condition is talking to be false. And so you can look into the past examples of how to work with the animator, but essentially we don't really need code to kind of test this. What I can do is hit play, and then I can just click the boolean here. So, oh, there's one setting we have to change in the animation transition, but it has moved to talking. And then it will go back. So if you notice, it had to finish kind of playing the standing animation before it went into the talking. So what I want to do is just go into this transition here and then uncheck has exit time. And then I'm going to do the same on the way back. And then what we can do is we hit play. Now when I hit check, it automatically switches, and then I can go back to standing. So he's talking, and then he's not. So if I want to use code to kind of make this happen, I would go in with my code and say, hey, get component animator, and then I can use the set boolean function to trigger whether this boolean is on or off. So you could say, hey, if I get close enough, you know, kind of set the boolean to be true, and then if I back up, set the boolean to be false. And or maybe if I collide with it, you know, you could set up a by default he doesn't have a collider, but you could say maybe I could set up a box collider, and we could say that maybe we'll make it like quite big. We had to make it really big. See, he's pretty large. 100, we can maybe make it like 500 tall. Maybe 500 is too much. 200. There we go. So he's about 100 by 200 by 100. So if I get close to this, if I collide with this box, he'll switch to talking or something like that, right? So there we go. Not too bad. All right.